Hey folks, everything new understood. I want to provide some commentary on this Zero Hedge article. Meet Tally, the grocery store stocking robot about to eradicate thousands of minimum wage jobs. I don't know if they have a they have a video here. Wonder if this will. Well, I can't even play this. Playback is restricted apparently in Canada. Okay, there you go. So, anyways, there's a grocery store robot that and Amazon has them too. That goes around and stocks shelves. What does that mean? That means that thousands of minimum wage jobs are going to be removed. So what's the point? Well, people have been asking for increased minimum wage, increasing minimum wage to $15 or whatever. I think Bernie Sanders was a big person pushing for that. And so what happens when you try to increase minimum wage? Well, people think, well, that's a great idea. Then the poorer people in society get a bit of a boost. But what happens is big corporations then say, well, how do I get around not paying this increased minimum wage? How do I go about keeping my profits as high as they were and not paying people more money? Well, they fire people. And then what do they do when they fire people? They go ahead and put robots in. So the slender robot named Tally will soon be roaming the aisles at select Schnucks groceries on the lookout for out-of-stock items and verifying prices. Grocers have a choice to adapt to the technological revolution that is about to transform their industry or face slow death that ultimately claimed the life of Blockbuster. So it's cheaper to buy a robot than it is, which can go for 16 hours a day by itself. Just keep charging it. Buy a robot for a couple of $100,000 than it is to pay for minimum wage workers who can only work 8 hours a day, and who go off sick. This robot doesn't go off sick. You just replace the battery and it keeps going. But anyways, what did McDonald's do in response to increasing minimum wage? Well, they got rid of a bunch of their cashiers and put in touchscreens. So now we have to enter our own orders and pay for our own work the machine to pay for our own meals. We can't go up to a cashier and say, I'll have a number 2 or whatever. So they eliminated probably 3, 4, 5 jobs, minimum wage jobs per restaurant by putting these touchscreens in. What's this grocery store doing? Well, in response to increase in minimum wage, they don't want to pay people more money, so they go to a cheaper alternative, far cheaper than hiring people. They went to robots. And that is a problem. Not to mention that if you increase minimum wage for everybody, if everybody has more money, that means everybody is going to be more willing to pay a little bit more for products and services. So what ends up happening is down the line, not immediately, down the line, the prices of everything will increase because now everybody has a bit more money to pay for everything. So increasing minimum wage does not help in a free market, in a capitalistic market. It is a bad idea. It leads to the slow death of jobs for everybody because that means corporations will try to avoid the extra money that they would have to put out for minimum wage. So does minimum wage help poor people? No, it decreases the number of jobs available to them. Look into it. Find out if I'm right or not. Look at the statistics. Find out what these stores are doing who are looking at the prospect of paying increased minimum wage, and they're looking at that technology out there and saying, well, what technology can I use for much less than I'd have to pay this person for a year for this increased minimum wage? What technology can I use to remove their job and automate things even more? And so this is a bad idea. They should be, if they want to at least stem the tide of decreasing jobs, they should lower minimum wage. And that would lower prices and for food overall for us. Not to mention that when you go to McDonald's and you have all these machines here, they're also going to increase prices for food, because now they know that all their workers who they did keep on, who are making more minimum wage, they know they can afford more food, and they know the people coming in are making more minimum wage, so they can afford higher priced food. And that's eventually where a higher priced minimum wage goes. It eventually trickles down and leads to increase in prices overall. Look at the price of candies, for example. Candies now, which cost 25 cents, 20 years ago cost 5 cents. Why is that? Well, inflation is one, but also people were making less money. Money was more valuable back then, so people were making less money. They were making lower wages. They had less money to spend, and so price of products were less. And there's more reasons for that, but inflation being the big one. But that is generally how history shows this going. So pay attention, guys. Be smart about what you're voting for, basically. Minimum wage and minimum income for all people, that is a bad idea.